Good afternoon and happy Thursday. I'm Go Local Live correspondent Chelsea Gay here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center with my first guest today, Joel Thayer from SelfieStop in Providence, yes, which I'm sure nobody's really heard of yet, but we're hoping to make it a thing, right?
It's a brand new business. We're up at Providence Place Mall. We actually have previews this coming weekend, so
Awesome.
October 6th and 7th, but we officially open on next Wednesday on October 10th.
Okay.
And it's a brand new business. We're the first selfie museum in New England, so we're kind of excited about it. We've got a lot of good buzz about it. We're in Providence Monthly Magazine featured, and so we're pretty excited.
So what is a selfie museum? I mean, I can't wrap my head around that.
Well, it's basically we create a place for you to create your own selfie art. Because the background is that I'm a college professor, and so I was teaching a class last spring called The Value of Art. And my college students thought that felt strongly that their selfies were art. So we were talking about how there was no really great places to sort of create selfie art. And then we did some research and we found out of a museum called the Museum of Ice Cream, which was in New York, and it's completely sold out. Like every ticket they sold out. So then they did it in Los Angeles and also Miami. So after talking it over with my students, we were like, well, we could do that here. And I've been in the theater business for 30 years myself. I've produced theater for a long, long time. So I've produced Christmas shows and musicals for a long time. So I had a whole sort of barn full of props and scenery. So after talking it over with some of my students, we were like, well, we could do a walkthrough exhibit that would be a selfie museum. So we did a lot of research, and honestly, the idea was sort of hatched on May 6th, which was graduation last year. I was literally sitting in the audience watching my students graduate from college, and I was like, yeah, we could just do this. Why not do it? And since May 6th, it has just snowballed.
Non-stop.
It's like, it's unbelievable. I mean, I've never worked on a project that like I start talking about it and people are like, I want to work for you, or I want to help you, or I want to do this. It's just been one of those really sort of magical experiences.
So are you still teaching, or?
I actually took a sabbatical this semester because it just became so overwhelming that there's so much to do. But we've incorporated the name, and we have a patent on it, and it's turning into a really big deal.
So your students, I'm assuming this is, which school is this?
Dean College. I've taught at both Dean College and Bridgewater State University. So,
and they're helping create this art.
I have 3 students, I call them my think tank, who've helped me come up with the ideas and different concepts. And then I have past students. In fact, I've hired 3 students that this is their first professional job working for me as my floor manager and my technical director. They're all past students from other classes who are all. So it's really mostly college students or recent graduates of college that are working for me.
Okay. So tell me what we can expect when we go to the SelfieStop. What are we doing?
Well,
what's our first thing we encounter?
The first thing you encounter is we have like a spooky house. The other thing is we're not really a haunted house. So we go for the sort of spooky, pretty thing.
Okay.
So I sometimes say chic glam Halloween. You know.
Okay.
So the first thing is like a haunted mansion type look. So you sort of see like a fancy fireplace, and so it feels kind of spooky. Then you sort of you walk into a haunted forest, which again is not like a spooky. It's not like a chainsaw type thing. It's more like take a picture of yourself, and it's really cool.
Nobody's
looking.
jumping out
at you.
No.
Not yet. And, so we have a haunted forest, and then that goes into this. We have this really cool room that's we're calling it Zombie Glam, which is like a zombie masquerade party. And so all these zombie mannequins are dressed in glow-in-the-dark paint, and they look really, really cool. And we've been practicing today because we have one more day of construction, and so all my students are out there with their cameras taking pictures, finding the light, making sure, and they look really, really cool.
Awesome.
If you go on our website, SelfieStop.com, you'll see some pictures of the glow-in-the-dark room. It's really amazing. And so, because that's the trick, is you want it to look beautiful and nice when people walk in, but then the main thing is that you want to take a good photograph. So
you have a nice backdrop.
Right. Yeah. So it's a good well lit, exactly. But it also, the camera changes color in the light, so you have to sort of do both things at once. It's kind of, I'm learning a lot on this because, like I said, my background is theater. I'm used to sort of being far away and taking pictures, but in this, you kind of really have to be on top of it because your picture is really quite close. So
you kind of said it was interactive. So
very interactive.
What are some things that you can interact with when you're there? Can you touch things?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So the other concept is that a lot of museums, the sort of the whole selfie museum movement comes from the fact that most museums don't allow you to touch the articles or interact or take pictures in the museum.
Sure.
So selfie museums came about because we want people to come in and take pictures of themselves, but also take pictures of themselves interacting. So like, for example, the mannequins that are dancing in the zombie room are meant to be, take a picture, like put your arm around them and take a picture with the zombie and stuff like that. So
I don't have my phone out here. I would actually
you take a picture.
take a selfie.
Right, with us. And then there's also like things hanging. I don't want to give it all away, but there are things hanging down that you have to crawl through and walk through.
You have to give a little bit of it away.
I
heard there's a ball pit. Can you?
There's a ball pit that you can get the classic shot of yourself with all the balls around you.
No loose articles of clothing.
No, exactly. How'd you know?
I don't know.
I just made a sign that said that.
I was literally just thinking like, how many things are people going to lose in your ball pit?
Yeah, we just finished the ball. It's actually a peppermint ball pit because it's supposed to be in Candyland. So it's all red and white. It has like
there's a Halloween Candyland?
Yeah, there's a Halloween Candyland.
Oh my God.
And we're giving away free Halloween candy at the end.
Ooh.
And we have Spooky Bear. I didn't bring Spooky Bear with me, but we have like a big bear that's as tall as me who has a witch hat on.
You didn't bring any of the good stuff.
I know. I owe her a hat.
I should have brought it.
I owe her a hat. Well,
and Spooky Bear.
Yeah, we have Spooky Bear, and we have Selfie Bear, who's this big purple bear. We were actually at the event last weekend with the purple bear, Selfie Bear, and it was really, really popular.
The waterfire?
Yeah, waterfire.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We walked around with Selfie Bear.
Is there a person in it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have a costume.
It's like somebody like
no, it's a real bear.
Oh, it's a
we
real.
dress up a real bear.
A real live bear, right? Yeah.
It's a real live bear.
Yes.
He's just really big.
Yeah. Well, I ruined that one for you. No, it's a real bear, of course.
Yeah, it's a real bear. Of course, he's real.
So it seems like this place is pretty big. Is it big square footage?
It's
what
like
are we talking here?
It's like 5,000 square feet, which is pretty big. It's like two storefronts. So you basically go down one side of it and come around and come out the other side. So it's been a lot of work. I have to say, we've been in there for a month, really around the clock, one crew after the other, assembling. It's all temporary setup, so it's not a permanent. It's like not permanent walls, but when you're there, you'll think it's permanent because it's meant to feel that way. So
what brought it to Providence? Like, what made Providence Place Mall a good venue?
Well, I'll tell you. You know why we're there? Because the people at Providence Place Mall were so nice. They really liked the idea. Like Quinn, who's one of the managers there, and Holly, who's also works there. When I told them the idea, they were like, "This is a great idea." So they've been really helpful, and I have to say, we really probably wouldn't be doing it if they hadn't really thought it was such a great idea.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not really my generation idea. It's kind of like a college age idea. So it takes it's also it's really kind of a woman idea. I hate to say it, but it's like, we like taking selfies, right?
So it's pretty. We like to take pictures of it.
So these two women were just really helpful, and we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for them.
That's fair enough.
That's why we're here, because I did shop it around a few different malls. We've already talked to some malls about potentially doing it next year.
Nice.
So
expanding outside of this one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So I mean, I would love to stay. Who knows? We're booked in the space through January, but I would love to think about maybe doing it for a longer term. We'll see.
And you're going to do Christmas.
We're definitely doing Selfie Christmas.
SelfieStop.
So Selfie Halloween opens October 10th. And Selfie Christmas opens up on Black Friday. So if you're not out there shopping like a crazy person, you can stop in and take selfies at Selfie Christmas.
Will Santa be there?
No, Santa's not in our store. Santa's at the mall.
Well, I know, but you're not going to have your own Santa?
No.
Is that conflicting?
There's only one Santa, right? It's like there's only one Mickey Mouse. There's only one Santa.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
So,
no two Santas.
No two Santas.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes, and we also will have a Santa's Candyland, which is different than Trick or Treat Candyland. So it's there's always going to be a candy theme of some sort because I think it's really colorful and takes really great pictures.
Okay.
So we're doing a Halloween Candyland, and we're already talking about doing things like an Alice in Wonderland, perhaps Candyland in the future if we continue doing it. But yeah, Selfie Christmas opens on Black Friday. We're also we will be doing previews the weekend before that too. But if people
previews again.
So if people check out our website, because previews are half off. So if you want to get a deal and you get to see what happens first, then we'll be having previews before we open in Christmas too.
So tough question for you, because you're, as an academic, there's that whole side of the world that thinks that, the selfie generation and Instagram is actually negative and promotes like a lifestyle that maybe is unattainable to most people. I mean, you seem, as an academic, like you would understand that. So I mean, what do you think in regards to SelfieStop being a part of that?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I really, and that's my husband and I are producing this together, and unfortunately he couldn't be here today because he works, but he has a real job. Yeah, he would remember that. But I really do feel like creating positive images and spreading them around the internet is a good energy thing to do, and I really feel like it's good for self-esteem. I do understand the argument that like how can people see selfies on Facebook and they want to be competitive and all that, but I think if you're creating fun, I mean we have on our website it says most of all it's about fun. I mean it really is meant to be a fun experience, and that's why we're not doing the whole like really scare people, because I want it to be fun and enjoyable like a Halloween party. Yeah. So we're really going for a party vibe. We have an original composer who's composing some really fun sort of party type music, so it sounds like upbeat.
Okay.
So I really believe that if someone's taking a selfie and they're doing it because they're enjoying themselves and creating this sort of selfie art themselves, then I don't believe it could be a negative thing. I just don't believe it.
Fair enough.
But I've been in the theater business for a long time, so I like to have people enjoy things.
You like the arts. Well,
I like the
one
arts.
thing people have made, artists have made this, and it is attainable. You can just go and take your own selfie there.
Well, that's the thing. People are creative, and they don't have to be able to draw to be creative. I mean, people do so much with their phones. I mean, this whole business has been running on the phone. I'm the generation I learned how to type on a typewriter. So the idea that like I can do this whole business on my phone is just really kind of exciting, but also a little shocking.
There you go.
But it's going very. I love it, and I have to say, we've really learned to do selfies ourselves because we had to sort of master the technique ourselves, and so we've been all over the place.
Do you have like selfie dots that people should stand on?
We do actually. There's a few spots that
See, I thought of it all,
Yeah, well, there's basically, I mean, the place is so dressed, and I call dressed like a scenery term. Like it's just everywhere you go, there's kind of you can take endless photos there because there's walls and it's just so many themes going on. But we do have a few specific spots that if you really want to make sure you get the certain ones, we will have spots for people to do it. But there's so many spots.
So let's wrap this up with a bow. It's family friendly,
yes,
right?
Very
so
family
anybody
friendly.
can come, any age.
Yep.
And obviously you're encouraged to take pictures.
That's the whole point.
Is there anything you can't do? No nudity, I would assume.
No nudity.
I would assume.
No, everything's. We don't allow pets unless.
Don't say everything. Just you'll have to look to it.
Yeah. There's no pets unless they're assistant dogs.
Oh man.
But besides that, but no, it's fun. It's all about fun, and just come and enjoy yourself, and be part of the beginning of this, because if it goes really well, we'll be doing more of them, and you'll be able to say you're at the first one.
Oh, great.
So come join us at SelfieStop.com.
Great. Well, Joel, thanks so much for being on the show. I was glad to have you on. I was very intrigued by the concept.
Well, thank you. So
you
get it.
Yes,
so she gets it.
I get it. I will be there in the ball pit. You'll have to throw me out of the ball pit.
Promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Promise.
I will. I will come by. Thanks, Joel.
Thanks. Thank you.
And don't walk off because we're still live. That's okay.
He
wants to run away. I was too close to you. I know.
I gotta get back to work.
I know. Yeah, you got to run back to SelfieStop. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Lauren Ruggiero from Buppy Pets.